All right there, boys.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah? New co-host, is it?
Yeah, we got the future of UK mountainboarding here. Tyler Bishop, first in Dream Teas and Jam. Baxter Libby Sloggett, third in Dream Teas and Jam last weekend. Felix was with us, but he's gone home now. He was riding all day with us, so we've had all three of the podium riding today with us. It's been awesome.
Nice. Next generation Groms. Well, lovely to have you here, boys. I hope that we, if we swear or curse or anything, I hope you're quick enough to put your hands over your ears. But we'll try and keep it a little bit clean for you. Although, to be fair, Tyler, you've got a mouth like a dock worker. You have
like a sewage pipe.
Yeah, absolute filth bag. Anyhow, look, the other guys and gals and everything are in the waiting room. We need to get them in here. I forget what episode number this is, but I'm Dan Watson.
I'm Paul Sloggett.
And welcome to the Dirt.
Yes, boys. Let's get them all in here. Ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing and audio pleasure, we have a wonderful lineup coming all the way from the USA. And I'm pleasant admit, hey. There's a familiar face. We got Chris coming in there. Ty, hey. Tom, and Jenna. Let's get rid of that.
And then they come. Good evening. Good afternoon.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hello.
How is everybody?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing well.
We're all doing great.
Excellent. Thank you all for coming and joining here. This is very nice to have you all in. It's starting to warm up, start the season over here. We're starting to get hyped about lots of events upcoming. And especially, not that we're personally going to be there, but we're especially getting hyped up about the upcoming American season that we've had in. Jenna, you've been in before with us, and you have gone through a little bit about the future plans of Colorado, which is an event that you've been working on and have worked on over the last few years now. It's been getting bigger and better and over the time there. And the people surrounding you here, I believe, are instrumental in pushing that to the next phase. Jenna, why don't you do us the gracious honor of introducing everybody there, and maybe putting the name, explaining the surprise visit there.
We've got a mob ambush by the look of it.
Hurrah! Hello,
more surprise visitors. Crikey.
Hey,
Mr.
Jenna.
Local Devon, how are you?
Jenna.
Ash.
I'm doing well. How's it going?
Yeah, good. How are y'all? Y'all good?
We're all
some
good
legends
in
on here,
the
isn't
hood.
there?
Wow.
Absolute carnage. Absolute
We like to come in and make things really awkward.
Right, crack on with it. Where are we?
All right, so we're doing the We the Riders American Tour this year, and the team that's been very instrumental for that. We have Thomas Rundle. He's out in Montana. We have Aaron. He is going to be running the Arizona event. He's out in
Bugs gave me a lift to this, and I'm all right.
We also have Chris out in New York. And the biggest event, I'd say, of the whole tour, we have Ty running the U.S. Open out there in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
And, of course, we have Devin Garland down there, too, who's been helping me out with the Colorado event. And I'm Jenna Morrison.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. This evening it is in the UK. I'm assuming it's potentially a variety of times where you guys all are over there. So let's get straight into the nitty gritty. Who's having first stop? Where is first stop for this season?
First stop is going to be Colorado. It was going to be at Erie Single Track. We had some weather happen and some resurfacing of the park, so the event has been moved to one of the first free riding places that has ever been with the U.S. mountain boarding scene, and that would be out in the Rampart Range. That's out by Sedalia, Colorado. We will be doing free ride and time trials, and we also have an open jam at the end. There's rides to and from the airport, to and from the event. There will be prizes. There's going to be a raffle. We'll have a couple of vendors out there selling stuff as well. And also, the biggest support that we've gotten this year for Colorado is all the water will be supplied by Liquid Death.
Nice. That's a pretty hefty sponsor for the series there. Always good to have some branding on side there. Definitely. Well done. And so again, the dates on that.
So it's going to be June 23rd to the 25th.
So not long now either, really. Just
less than a month now.
Awesome. Oh, this is going to be epic. I'm so excited for you all. I'm so excited for you. Now, Rampart, that's part. Is that the area of Colorado where the Red Bull do the Rampage? Is that area?
No. That's out in Utah.
But then Rampart is famous. Yeah, I was going to say you said there earlier about Rampart going back to early part of mountain boarding there. I'm trying to think because I've heard it been used in there, but I wouldn't know where to put it in terms of visuals.
Yeah, I think this would be an awesome point for Devin to give a little bit of history on. He has a good history down there.
Go for it, Devin. Fill us in on the area.
Yeah,
fill you in on the home turf there. So what basically Rampart is it's a motocross area that we actually originally rode back in the day, and then there's a little wooded part where Jason and a few of his earlier cohorts who started MBS tested out their first boards, and we were introduced to the spot, pretty recently within the last 6 to 7 years. And so and it's just kind of this wooded area that has rocks drops, all sorts of random hits. We're always finding something new out there, and it's one of the areas in Colorado that's like, when people say, do you ride it in the mountains? We were like, well, we have one spot, but what Jenna was saying, I don't think there's been any major, competitions other than we've had other, we've had a fall classic out there and things like that, but it's this secret wooded area that we all go out and ride, and you have to be in the know to basically come out and ride it with us.
Nice. So is there plenty of shaping up the terrain for in preparation for this event, or is it quite a natural?
That's the beauty of it. It's all natural. Like we go out there, and we are going to section off the course, for like little time trials. Have it's a zigzag through the trees, but it's generally one that you take where there's natural features and hits. And then we're gonna have a zone essentially, because it's a pretty big area. We're gonna have a zone where you have like a best trick, so to speak, or best line, because you can was it last year, Jenna, or the year before, did the Morrison flip out there on off the rock, it was all wet and crazy, and it was just last year that was literally insane. So you can get you can get into all sorts of crazy things, and it's mountain boarding in the sense of like more of a Travis Rice, like backcountry style, the way they did that competition. There's no features built or anything. The most we're going to do is clean up the run because it's going to get fast throughout the time. So to keep the time trials pretty even, we'll probably clean out the course, the pine needles, but everything you're on your own. And
nice. I like the sounds of this. I'm liking this.
So how long's that track then? So I've got you all on mute because I've got loads of background noise here, but how long is that track? Like minute wise?
I mean, it varies. It's probably only like, maybe a minute to 2 minutes. It's not very long. And, but there's footage of, Jay and Benton and stuff riding it last year. And it really showcases, crazy, like kind of what the sport is capable of in the woods, even though like that's not really our general go-to, especially in Colorado here, where we have dirt parks all over the place.
All right. Is that the one that got put out reasonably recently? When you say with Benton and Jason that riding, I think MBS did a riding in the woods.
They just released one just a few days ago. Yes.
Nice.
That's the spot we're going to.
Amazing. Epic. Hopefully I'll try to get that in. We'll be playing that right now. So where will spot 2 go to then? And when?
So spot 2 is going to be the U.S. Open, and I'll let Ty take it away.
Hey guys, I'm Ty Rockwell, and I'm hosting the 2023 U.S. Open of mountain boarding at Cedar Ledge. I'm kind of just the face of this event because I'm using social media more, but I got to give a shout out to Kurt Kelly. He owns the property, and he was a pioneer of the sport when good friends with Jay Lee, early 90s, was riding frame boards, always had one of the first frame boards, just has been a pioneer since the beginning. And through the 90s, before I even came around, they were building this course in Pennsylvania when he wasn't touring or doing something. He was building this course. And so I got into the sport right around 2009. And luckily enough, this course was 20 minutes from my house.
Oh.
And then anyway, within, the last couple of years, how mountain boarding is, it's just me and Kurt, maybe one other guy. We're riding all the time. And when this course is cleaned up, it's world class. It's amazing. It's fun, but it's a lot of terrain and it's a lot to take care of with 2 people. So last year we were riding. It's like, man, we need to get people out here. Selfishly, I just want to ride with all the people I look up to. The Cody Stewarts and the Evan Carlsons, like kind of my idols in mountain boarding. I just want to ride with all these guys. So we were talking about it, and Kurt's like, "Hey man, let's do it." And it's his land, so he okayed it. And so we've been putting in a lot of work. We've been adding new sections. The course is long. I haven't timed to top to bottom, but it's long. You're tired at the bottom. Your legs are burnt, and the new section is still getting built. We'll have full top to bottom videos out soon, but it's just going to be straight border cross and freestyle for the event. And we'll qualify for border cross gate picks, but the course is going to be really, really good. And the one thing I want to stress for anybody coming out to this event, there's so much riding. Like the course has so many lines and there's so much free ride. If you just come out for the 2-day event that it is, it's a Saturday and Sunday, July 22nd, 23rd, you won't have enough time to ride anything. So if you are coming out and you can stay a day late or come a day early, that would be great because there's just so much riding that you're probably going to miss out on if you are just there to practice for border cross and then you're going to practice for freestyle. You're not going to really get the whole picture. So I would just recommend anybody come out a day early if you can, man, and just shred with us. We'll show you the little lines through the woods. It's on a hillside in Pennsylvania. It's all really wooded. And the cool thing is, like John Sever, one of the legends, John Sever, Kurt Kelly, Dave Stiefvater, all those guys, they really just picked a line through the woods and used the natural terrain to shape this mountain board course. And over the years, it just became this really amazing course. And I'm really excited to show it off, especially all the new stuff we did. When you ride it, you're going to be like, man, this is mountain boarding. It is awesome. Every roller is awesome on top, but underneath is sticks and rocks and filler, like we use the terrain, and it's going to be a really good time. So it is July 22nd, 23rd, 2-day event. And like I said, please come early, stay late. The camping is awesome. We're going to have a brewing company up there selling beers. We're going to have somebody up there selling food. The camping is great. And really what we want to see out of it is just a hang. We want to see all the homies. We want to hang out with all our peers, and especially Curtis. He's a busy farmer, so he's good friends with Jay Lee, but it's hard to make it out to see all them pioneer guys. As an adult, it's hard to get out to events anymore, get out west to Colorado and ride with people. So he's just super freaking pumped that people are going to be coming to his spot and riding. So yeah, we're really excited. And just super excited to get people out here to hang out and just have a big ride day with a little bit of competing in the middle.
Nice.
Well, you've sold it to me, that's for sure.
That's the full spirit of the mountain boarding community, in my opinion. It doesn't matter where you're from in the world, that is what it's all about. Everyone just get together and hang and just ride. Like the 2 days, I agree with the fact that you have to have 2 days because you want to see everything. You can't just experience something within a few hours. So that's perfect.
And another thing I'd like to bring up, just in case, because the course is long, and if your cardio isn't great and you don't want to walk back to the top, we do have a couple local guys, a local company and a couple local guys. They're going to be bringing their side-by-sides and for practice. And the day before the event, they're going to be giving everybody a ride back to the top of the border cross track. So if you don't want to walk, man, don't worry about it. There's going to be a Can-Am there waiting to pick you up and take you back to the top. And they take beer for tips. So just have a couple beers in your pocket, tip the driver on your way back up, and you'll be all right.
Happy days. Now, has the US Open? I hope I'm right in thinking it has been held at Cedar Lodge before, or Cedar Ledge before, hasn't it?
Not the U.S. Open. No. So the last time that was held, I believe, Devin could back me up on this, was in Snowmass, and that was by Mitch Stiegel, if I'm right. Am I right, Devin?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. We had the first nationals out at Sleepy Hollow in Des Moines, Iowa, and then the U.S. Opens were held out in Snowmass up till, what was it? I forget the last year, but that's where the last ones were. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I whether it's real or not, I've been saying it's over a decade ago. But I'm pretty sure that it's been around that time that there's been a US Open.
Selfishly for me, even before my time, I came in to ride in Cedar Ledge around 2009, like I said. And they had big events there before then in the early 2000s. And I never got to experience one. So, I'm kind of jealous in that sense. And I'm almost doing this selfishly. I want to ride with all the dudes that used to come here.
Well, how do you think we started the dirt?
Yeah.
Selfishly just wanted to speak to all these absolute ballers and legends around the world.
That's how I feel. It's like we're lucky. Like we got Evan Carlson that isn't far away. Jeremy Leaf has made a lot of stops, and back in the day, John Durba used to come a lot. So like Evan and Jeremy and John Durba, and I don't know what that guy's been up to lately, but he used to come a lot. So I got lucky riding with those guys up here. But man, yeah, I do feel this event came selfishly through wanting to ride with some of my mountain board heroes. But so we're just trying to make it good for the riders, man. There's going to be good prizes. There's going to be good food, and it's going to be a good time.
Stoked for it.
Yeah.
So stop number 3 then. Where are we going from there?
That would be New York. So that would be Chris. So take it away, Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back again. Thanks for having all of us and giving us space to talk about this project or sets of projects that we've been working on for a while now. I can't remember when we started talking about it, but we've been working behind the scenes for a minute. So the New York stop, we're going to be in the Catskill Mountains. It's going to be a 2 or 3 event run. One is going to be at my house, guaranteed jib event. I'm doing a small style park. I just finished rough shaping the first feature like a half hour ago, which I'm thrilled about. And it's going to be focused on smaller hits. So the idea there is hopefully we'll get to showcase some different tricks than what you'd normally see in a freestyle kind of comp. It also is easier for me to build, so that helps. And then I've been talking with some of the local mountains. We're going to see if we can get somebody to let us ride the lifts and get some big mountain free ride down. Maybe do fire drill race, just top to bottom race. But I think it would be cool for the community to have here in the States to just have some actual full mountain ski resort, just a riding day of that sort of thing. And then following in kind of the footsteps that Jenna established with Colorado, we're going to do a free ride day. There is I hit the jackpot with the town that I moved to. There's this huge municipal property. Again, it's sort of like, if you know, you're not supposed to talk about it. So I won't tell you where it is. But if you come, it's like 5 minutes from my house, and it's acres and acres and acres of like trails, and it's on a mountain. So as long as you hike up, there are so many different lines down. I've been hitting it with one of my homies in town recently, just getting out, getting your cardio hiking and having some really, really good lines down. So between those 2, maybe 3 things, we're going to have an awesome hang here in New York, same as Pennsylvania. Come camp. I got a spot over in the woods that I'm clearing because I don't have any level grounds, so we're trying to level some out. So you guys got places to pitch tents. I'll come get you from the plains. I think Jenna and Thomas are trying to come in through trains. If you got automobiles, I don't need to come get you, but you can put them here. Yeah, we're just going to have a good weekend. I'm so excited because this is the mountain range that I grew up riding as a kid. I love it here. It's one of my favorite places on the planet. And I'm so excited to bring the homies in the community up to show them what riding in New York is like.
Oh, it's going to be so dope. We've got our own things going on over here in the UK and the Europe at the moment, but I'm so amped for all of these. Where
Right.
Slogs.
I like the fact that it's like it was back here in the day, where you've got a series of events, and then are you going to get an overall win? Are you going to get a leg winner and then an overall winner at the end?
The helmet's too small. I'm a little bit drunk and there's a lot of pressure.
So, actually, when you go to all the events and you're able to place, all the medals are actually going to connect together to make one giant medal.
Yes. I can just see him coming out. I saw the CO on the top, and I thought, I wonder if I did think.
And so all the stops are actually off of cryptid. So we have different, kind of, we have Bigfoot for Pennsylvania. We have the Rock Slider for Colorado. We have the Thunderbird for Arizona. We have, what did we end up doing for yours? Was it the Jackalope, Thomas?
Yeah,
Jackalope. It was the Jackalope. And am I missing any?
New York's got sewer gators.
Oh yeah, there we go. Sewer gators.
Amazing.
Yeah. So the medals. This is I just finished the batch for Radical 2 days ago. So we got 2 sets of first, second, and third for Pro and Am. Pennsylvania is going to have a lot more designations, so they're getting a lot more medals. But as you collect them, they'll piece together. And if you podium at all the events in whatever category, you'll get the full set. I'm also trying to I'm trying to burn some leather patches with the same art for each event, kind of like merit badges. So like, if you want to stick them on a hat or a shirt or something, you don't have to podium to get some of the art or get like an artifact from the event. But I got to get my laser cutter to behave a little bit better. I tried running the Colorado ones last night and it didn't work. So I got to do it again.
I've heavily utilized the laser in the UK events that we've been doing over the last couple of years, and they're cracking bits of kit. But yeah, they'd say it's probably a little bit different trying to do it on things like leather. But I've not tried that one yet.
It just smells worse.
So where are we going after you then, Chris or Jenna? Where are we going next?
We're gonna be going to Montana with Thomas for the big run number 2. So Thomas.
Nice.
Hi everybody, my name's Thomas. I live up here in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. I find myself living on this piece of property that's amazing. It's this enormous grass hill pushing mountain level. I've always been very into downhill all the years I've been riding, so I just landed in the perfect spot. But I've been wanting people to come ride because there aren't any riders up this far north. It's Montana is really the undiscovered country for mountain boarding. So last year I put together the Montana Big Run mountain board downhill rally. We had a fantastic time. Big shout out to everyone who made that trip. So we got 2 days planned for everyone this year. We've got a downhill race on the property here on the first day. We're going to do it like we did back in the day. There's a start line and there's a finish line. We'll do single timed runs. You pick your own line and get down as fast as you can. We'll have rides to the top, and then we'll have categories for breaks and no breaks. Yeah, and then second day, we've got all of Montana to explore. So depending on who shows up for the free ride day the next day, I'll be able to select a good spot to like kind of push everyone, but make sure everyone gets their good rides in. Again, the whole point is I call it a rally because I want everyone to run out of energy before they run out of opportunities to get some really good riding in.
I like that.
So on the timed runs, have you got a certain amount of runs, or is it like an amount of hours where you can have as many runs as you want?
You can get as many runs in as you want until my brother gets annoyed and leaves because he's driving the truck.
And whoever's holding the stopwatch, as long as their thumb's all right.
Until our volunteers rebel, most of the day, I'd say.
And I'd like to piggyback off of Thomas there. For anybody in the UK that doesn't know, Montana is big elevation, big, long hills. I mean, it's not going to be short, small hill runs. This is you're going to be going fast. That's why there's breaks and no breaks sections, because
it's downhill country. Yeah, it's downhill country.
Yeah.
We're higher than Denver here, so I've got an advantage because I'm acclimatized. But but yeah, it's all big mountains. Get your 9-inch tires, get your brakes, all your pads. But that's what I love. So I'd love that kind of thing to be bigger in America. So I've been.
When you're doing these timed runs there on this, how long do you anticipate the runs being?
They're under a minute, so it's not a long course. I don't live on a ski resort, but they're plenty steep. We're going to make the course longer and harder than it was last year because we were kind of bunching up on times a little too much. But so high up on the mountain, it's going to be pretty spicy. If you get up and run, that's totally fine. No one's going to shame you for the top of the course. The top of the course is We're not even going to the very top of the hill because if anyone wants to do that, I will film. The property kind of it's like a big mile-long half pipe. So I would teach anybody to learn to ride at the bottom, and then at the top there's stuff that we'll see if any pros show up. I'm interested to see if anyone can do it because it gets pretty sketchy at the top. So it's like a variety of terrain as you go down. So
I look forward to seeing this one.
We will have a video soon, as soon as I have a minute to finish editing it from last year. We have free camping at the ranch and the airport, same type of thing.
Oh, nice. We'll keep going on that. You say there is camping available, and so on and so forth.
And it is the ranch, so like if you want practice time or photo session time, it's whenever. You've got 2 days to roll out of your tent and roll down the hill, basically.
Oh man! So as Ty was right to pop in there and say about your elevation there and the gradient in whereabouts in north, south, east, west is Montana. Am I right in thinking that's north?
Yeah, Montana's right next to Canada.
Right.
It is top left-hand corner, right next to Canada. It is the least populated state, I think, except for Nevada. I think we go back and forth about which state's the least populous, but
Nevada's the least populated state, surely. Well, it's got to be
I can't remember which.
Most population of strippers or porn stars, right?
I'm actually from Nevada, and the reason why is because the whole middle of the state is all taken up by military.
Is that right? Is that legit?
Yep.
They keep the aliens.
Yeah.
Right. While I was trying to sort his sound, I've got a question for the rest of you. What's the Grom scene like at the moment in the US? Because we need more riders, don't we? We need to encourage the sport. We need the next lot coming through. So have you got that in your areas?
Right now, I feel like some of the places might start hopefully getting it, but I would say currently right now the Grom scene is not great, but it's something that we're hoping to build on with these extra events and everything.
And I will say from Pennsylvania, the Grom scene is dismal, but we're building it. I got a couple nephews that are strapping in that I've hooked up with some boards, and a couple other kids that are strapping in too. But yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough to get these kids on dirt boards, especially. So hopefully it'll get better. We're working on it. It looks like it's working out good out there.
Yeah, well, the scene's small, but we're getting bigger. We've only got one centre left, but we've got a lot of young lads and young lasses riding now. Baxter's just done his first 180s off a kicker this weekend, so we're stoked for that.
Heck yeah.
Nice, Baxter. And his first indie grab last week as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not on board. Is that
So, but yeah, it's getting better. I wouldn't say it was where it used to be or where we want it to be, but we're trying to encourage it and get them there. Well, it's hard to get them off the computers and hard to get them off screen time nowadays.
Yeah. Especially to go eat dirt, you know.
But
I will say, from my point of view, it seems like you guys are leading the way in progression right now. I mean, with bugs, I mean, that place looks absolutely ridiculous. It looks so cool. We have nothing like that over here, and we have a couple places, but man, that place is legendary. I just want to get out there so bad.
We are very, very, very lucky. Lucky to have Bugs, really. You know, he's the driving force. Him and Nina over the 20 years that it's been open now.
He sat three sofas down, having a beer, chilling out after spending all day in the lift truck.
I'm so glad I didn't say something like he stinks of granny piss or something like that. But yeah, we're just so lucky to have them there, and they've managed through thick and thin to keep the place going in whatever way, shape, or form. And and through, as you guys and girls are a testament to how a little bit of hard work will bring and reap rewards. And this community that we have, whilst at the moment it's a double-edged sword, because we're all quite, as a worldwide community, we've never been closer. But the community is so small, and obviously we all want it to grow for the sakes of the sport. But to keep that community feeling is what is going to help, I think personally, in the long term, with keeping it going. If you guys put in the hard work and inviting people to come and ride at these spots, and helping make it appetizing by making puzzle piece freaking medals that if you collect the set, it's just going to be amazing.
I want to collect them all.
Yeah, finally. Jesus.
Hey!
I have a voice.
There he is. He wiped the Coca-Cola out of his microphone.
For some reason, my mic was turned like all the way down. I have no idea why, but
well, it's your turn to shine now. Tell us about your leg.
Okay, so we are doing ours in Mesa, Arizona, December 1st through 3rd at Desert Trails Bike Park. So it's going to be a 2-day event. The first is just, a meetup, people arriving from the airport. We will make arrangements to come get you if need be. I understand there's camping in the area. I've never been to Arizona, so Jenna is kind of my guide there as far as the layout of the land. But I understand there is lodging available in town. The first day of the event, so December 2nd, which is a Saturday, is going to be like lessons for whoever wants to give mountain boarding a shot out there. And then the afternoon is just going to be a free ride event. We're going to try to have food there. We're still working on getting some a brewery out there and some like a food truck or what have you. So we haven't figured out the food portion yet, but people will be fed. And then Sunday is going to be the main freestyle event with prizes for the podium placers and a to be determined cash pot for the winner of the pro event.
Woo! Cash pot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I also should have mentioned too. There's going to be cash in Colorado too to win.
No.
That would have been a good thing to mention as well. My bad.
Probably. I also don't think Ty mentioned Red Bull being at his event, unless that's changed.
Sorry, guys. I straight up. I took my camera off and I ran and took a piss. If I missed something, my bad.
Yeah. So, hey, Ty, is Red Bull still going to be at the Open?
Yeah. So they said, it's a light sponsorship. They pretty much said they're going to show up and hand out some free Red Bull, which that's really all I want. So, I'm happy with that. And we got New Trail Brewing, somewhat local, 1 hour south of Canton, Pennsylvania. They're coming. They got some of the best IPAs in the country, man. They're going to come. They're going to be slinging some good beer around. And I got a good cook that's going to be slinging up some good food, too. So it's going to be a good time.
Oh, and you guys have got hydration on lockdown.
Dude, we get thirsty.
You want straight up purity. You've got the liquid death. You want to get drunk. You got the IPAs, and you just want to get buzzy. You got the Red Bull, man.
Yeah. All the bases covered.
Another thing to piggyback off Aaron for the UK guys, who knows if some of them are coming that don't know of Arizona, bring your sunscreen. If you are coming, it's hot out there, man.
Even in December.
Even in December, it'll still be between 75 and 80 degrees. It won't be in the cold months yet.
Yeah. So it'll be bearable. But I'm from Virginia Beach, so like I'm all the way over on the East Coast. Like I'm as far. I mean, I could throw a stone and hit the beach from where I'm at. I've never been out west, so like Arizona will be a new experience for me, and riding that kind of terrain, I'm pretty excited for it.
Oh man! So
yeah, there are going to be two different lines on that one. The green line is going to be for the beginner, like open style class. That's going to be all tabletops. There's no gap jumps that you have to worry about on that one. The one for the pro division is going, so at the very beginning, you have a wooden drop that throws you into S-berms with another wooden drop, 2 more S-berms, and then there's 2 large gap jumps where the ramps are about 6 feet high on each one. So that'll be the main pro freestyle line. And this is going to be the same park that I was able to do in accordance with Shredfest at the time. We were able to do Shred the Southwest. So it'll be the same event. If you've seen any of those old videos, take a look at those. You can kind of see where we're going to be riding.
Yeah. Upon completion of this event, what was the date of your event there, Aaron?
Yeah, so December 1st through 3rd, the main event being on the 3rd.
So this is going to run right up to the end of the year then?
Yeah. We want to give everyone like a nice little break for the holidays, get some candy, get some turkey, and then get a little bit of vacation in before Christmas rolls around.
Get shred on.
Just in time to get ready to plan all again for the next year, eh?
That's right.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think if this all goes as it's going to go, we're going to be definitely doing this all again next year. And
although if we do, I'm not doing it in Arizona. Oh, sorry.
It's totally fine.
Now that I have volume, I can't shut up.
Listen, all we got to do when you guys come to Cedar Ledge, you just got to be very nice to Curtis Kelly's wife, because she is the driving force behind us competing at Cedar Ledge. All right, that's the only person we have to convince.
Curtis's wife, you're amazing. Yeah. You're awesome. Please let him come back again.
Well, it's hilarious because before my time, especially, when there was some big events there, they were blowing shit up at 3 a.m. and doing, doing mountain board shit and getting the cops called. And so if we could just stray away from 3 a.m. explosions, we're going to be super good.
So I remember the Holler used to have a loud camping zone and a quiet camping zone. I'll tell you all right now, we're trying to keep a quiet camping zone up here because I don't need the cops showing up at my house either.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that is every time we go to Colorado, we all crash. Everybody's tuckered out, man. Like nobody's got energy left for mischief at that point.
It's no great secret. There will be a quiet camping zone at the UK Champs this year as well.
For the old people.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's a good idea. If you're coming with your family, man, you probably should be able to have one of them.
This is it. With if you're not a mountain boarder, why would you be listening to this right now? But we have our reputation to uphold, don't we? Huh? We got to keep it crazy and real, or outside of racing and throwing shapes as well.
We're all a little one-off, That's just
part
for sure.
Of
the. I've never met a mountain boarder that has his wits about him too all. You know what I mean? We're all smart in our own way, but we're all off in one way or the other.
That's it. And
One of us.
Downhill.
One of us.
The way is downhill. That's the way we're all off. It's in the direction of gravity on dirt.
We're getting pulled somewhere.
Right.
I want to throw something out there real quick. Thomas, first of all, I want you to tell them. I don't know if they know what kind of board you ride. First of all, let these guys know what board you're on.
I mean, speaking of cryptids, I'm pretty sure I'm one of the only no snow riders in America.
Hey!
There were some back in the day, but I'm pretty sure now I'm kind of on my own. If I'm wrong, please reach out to me. But yeah, I was always downhill focused, and I spent a lot of time in Europe. So I got to go to the World Downhill Championships the one year, and yeah, so I always was. As soon as I traded up from my terra board, I went straight to no snow, and yeah.
Nice. Tell us when and where did you come over for the European?
We were living in Hungary at the time, so it was just a few-hour drive over to Italy. But it was 2006 in Cortina.
Nice. Yes, in the Dolomites. Yeah, so you are potentially the unicorn in the USA.
Thomas is a unicorn.
That's going to be on the medal next
Thomas
year.
is a unicorn. Make no mistake.
So if you ride a no snow, you must have heel straps, which makes you another anomaly over there.
Oh, I rode brakes and snowboard boots. And I show up to Colorado and go into MBS headquarters and like, yeah.
Listen,
He looks like a road warrior when he gets all geared up.
I will say, every guy out here in Pennsylvania, I'm a heel strap fool. We got too many damn rocks, going too damn fast through pretty steep berms that vibrate you right out of your binding. So we're all strapped into most of us over here. I mean,
Ty, while you're on, to also tell them who's coming out to the event this year. Because apparently we're getting some Europeans flying over.
Yeah, dude. So far it's actually been pretty impressive. This week, actually, Nikki Gears reached out to me and is trying to set up some flights and stuff to get picked up.
Yes, Nikki.
Dylan.
Yeah, we seen Nikki this weekend. He was at Dream Teas.
Did he
Nice.
say he's coming? Because he
He came.
I mean,
He
came
was
right.
there.
He came
It was
to
last
the
weekend.
UK last weekend as a surprise visit, just for Dream Teas.
Hopefully we can get him out, because that would be so sick, man.
Yeah.
And Dylan Warren's coming out, and Jay Lee, and we got Cody Stewart on lock. We got Evan Carlson on lock. We got Mason Moore is right in the middle there, but I think he'll be coming. The Starfighter is right in the middle too. We got Devin Garland, who's on the call, and some other guys, and it's looking to be like a freaking showdown. I'm super pumped about it.
Heavyweights.
Yeah, the heavyweights, man. And my
He just put that title on it. That's all it took.
Exactly.
That's all it took.
If you call them, they will come.
Indeed.
It's the medals that all link together. That's what's brought them in.
Yeah. and one way or the other, and Jeremy Leaf will be here too. He doesn't know it yet, but he'll be here. You hear that, Jeremy? You're coming. Jeremy Leaf is he's not a Cedar Ledge native, but he's been here enough, along with Evan Carlson. He knows what's up, and we've been talking back and forth. So I think he'll be here too. And Jeremy's been known to go pretty fast down this border cross course, so don't sleep on him, even though he's out there doing ultra marathons.
Get them running boots off for a long weekend, Jeremy, and go and put your mountain board boots on.
Yeah,
and have a sesh with everyone.
And Devin, am I missing anybody? Who else am I missing here?
I think that was everyone you said, but I would like to say something. You talked about the history of Cedar Ledge. It is one of the places back when the first original series that like led up to Snowmass, it was a part of that, and the guys would go out there. So in the original MVMs, if you guys have ever seen them, there, the event was in there. So it was like for the riders coming up, I would see that, and I would see like all the pro riders out there, and I wanted to compete. And then that's also kind of Jeremy's home turf there on the East Coast, Evan Carlson. So they're going to be, yeah, it's going to be interesting. You're going to have the locals and the yokels all showing up, and Cody. Ty, didn't you say Cody was throwing some crazy stuff out there? Oh, like
yeah.
I heard some rumors of him.
The first mountain board 7 landed at Cedar Ledge by Cody Stewart, man.
Yeah, in the U.S. here. Yeah, so it's iconic for our spot, and then it's for mountain boarders by mountain boarders versus Colorado, where we have dirt parks made for bikers that we have to adapt to ride them. This is for mountain boarders by mountain boarders, where we're having our pretty much U.S. Open competition, and blessed by Mitchie Stiegel.
Yeah, blessed by Mitchie Stiegel, the last U.S. Open holder. So, and that was in Snowmass, Colorado. But we have the land, we have the course, and it's like, why not do it? And I think anybody that comes out and rides here is going to be like, yeah, man, you can tell like this course is just made by pioneers like Kurt Kelly and Van DeWitt, man. Like he was an early guy out here.
I'd love to see Van again.
Like this course is so cool, and we've added a couple 100 yards to this course, and it's freaking insane. Like in a good way, not in a scary way. It's just like you're gonna ride this thing and be like, holy crap! Like this is
it's gonna be scary.
Like the only scary part, the main section. The main section at the very bottom that I actually posted a link to a video of me making it around, and that was really just like a quick rake. That section is going to be super, super fast. But by then you should be kind of singled out. It's a long course. By then you should be kind of by yourself, most likely. There's a lot of racing that happens before you get into that section, so you shouldn't be battling 3 riders deep into that last berm section that I posted.
Well, you only want to be battling in that section if you're second, third, or fourth, right?
Yeah. Your best bet is just go single file and hope the guy in front of you makes a mistake. And that's the last section. But the last big event we had at Cedar Ledge, that was the main course. Like we didn't start much above that. So you would hit a starting ramp, and then you would hit maybe 10 rollers, and you're dropping into those berms. So guys are coming in 3 or 4 deep in there, which is crazy. So now we have, maybe a minute of racing before you get there. And by then, most likely you're going to be single filed no matter what. And if you're in first, it's just, hold it together.
Amazing.
There's a lot of crash footage from back in the day where guys are stacking and piling, and they're flying into them. And now the course is even longer. Yeah. So... And I'm getting old, and I'm worried about my legs.
I will say the top of the course is very, very fast, but it's very fun. It's not like sketchy fast, but it is fast, but it's very fun. And even right now, the course isn't as fast as it's about to be in about 2 weeks. And coming into those film sections, I'm checking speed like fuck. And what I'm worried about, because I'm gonna race pro division, and in the freestyle I'll probably just sit back and have a beer. But I'll race pro division, and what I'm worried about is a guy like you, Devin, or a guy like Cody Stewart. They're not going to be slowing down.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go.
That's exactly what I've been sitting there thinking. I'm going to go. One of them guys is just going to it through.
They're going to be going so fast, and I'm going to be seeing them going through the rollers, not fucking checking speed, and I'm going to have to do the same, and it's going to be freaking scary. And that's
nothing wrong with a bit of peer pressure, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna be that section in itself can make you or break you, and I think that's the really cool thing about it being the last section. You can fly and flow, and there's gonna be option lanes all over the place. but once you get into them last 3 berms, it's single line and it's freaking fast and it's gnarly. So, don't make a mistake and you'll come out on top.
No pressure.
Yeah. But it's cool. I mean, when you get there, you can tell it's only for mountain boarders by mountain boarders. Even when a mountain bike goes up there, it works pretty good, but it works better for a mountain board, which is cool.
Now I'm going to quickly jump across here, if that's okay, Ty, to Chris.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when we talked through your Catskill stop there, you mentioned something that is a lot of fun in the UK, and it's something that a lot of people do. And with events like Dream Teas and Jam that we just had last week, jibbing has its own little recognized faces within our scene.
Yeah, for sure.
Really good at it, and centers like Hart Hill back in the day, formerly Super Bowl, and Hales Hales Bike Park in Cheshire used to have a designated area purely as a little jib section with things like the stop go sign at the top of the water where you can flick the sign and it will spin it round, and little manual pads and miniature spines for doing picks on and stalls and things like that, upturned tires and stuff like that. To see that sort of thing from your jib.
That's the idea. I haven't picked features yet. I mean, so it's a bit of honestly, it's a budget decision, both in time and actual budget, like money. I know Ty's they've got some friends down there in Pennsylvania who will throw in machine hours every now and then. Thomas has got a skid steer that he can use occasionally. I gotta rent a machine if I'm going to do that. I'd love to eventually. My property's huge, and this is going to be the first of many, many trails I want to put in. But I've got, a handful of months, and we're going to be digging. And the easiest way to get something where we can have a fun event, where we can get people riding and being creative, and it's not just a kicker in a grass field, that's fun too. But I think we can do better than that. Is to do these sort of like small, mackable features. And there's my neighbor has a huge tire. I got to ask him if I can steal it because it's just collecting water. And I've got a ton of lumber, so I'd love to do things. I haven't decided yet. I'm still working out what the trail is going to be. I cut 2 roll-ins, so that's going to be the first feature. We got a big roll-in, which is probably about 6 foot tall because it comes right off the berm from the road, and then another one that I cut into that same berm, which is maybe like 4 foot tall. And then from there, I think I'm going to try to do like 2 lanes because I think the terrain will work really well for that. But I don't know. It's going to be fun. For me, with the channel, it's all like about building stuff. So I was like, what if I just build a whole bunch of features? Like snowboarders have been asking me to do that for a long time anyway. They're like, build rails. I'm scared of riding rails, but okay. I am going to build a rail. I got 2 sections of steel pipe that are hanging out down by the shed. I've got material everywhere, and I've got dirt, and I've got stone, and all I got to do is put in a little elbow grease, and we should have some really fun stuff to ride on. And I'm excited about it because I think it'll kind of force people to be creative. Like I would imagine that the people who win the jib comp might not be the same people who are winning the other freestyle comps because it's a different kind of type of trick.
I mean, you're having a lot of downhill.
That too, yeah.
There are the goats amongst us that do seem to rear their heads in every discipline of sport. The freaks and the geeks.
Oh, do go on.
But that said, yes, the a different sort of cream rises to the top, as you will find in that jib event, as you'll find probably, Tom, in your downhill event as well, potentially. I still, as I say, I stand by it. There will be some riders that you will see. Well, that's just weirded me out. Slugs has changed position on my screen. I'm not used to him changing position without it telling me first.
Sorry, man. What I was trying to do is turn my camera around and give you a walk around Bugs' Jib Park, because most of it is recycled
Jolly
material.
in the background.
Yeah, that's Paul Knox.
Oh, all right.
Bugs,
so I'm going
Bugs
to try and wander down the Jib Park here to give you an idea of, like, it's just recycled bits, most of it, apart from a few metal rails.
Yeah,
but I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do it.
Knock Hill, where the original Dream Teas competitions were held, was such a small little recycled hill of wasteland. It was, and there was no budget. It was literally pallets and old crap that was just hammered and nailed together, and it was ghetto as spook. Like,
I wanted to ride there so bad.
Bugs is a big like inspiration for the kind of features that I think we can kind of whip together in terms of something. And what's the French one? LA. Yeah.
Loire Atlantique.
Yeah, them too. So that same kind of like, they've got a bunch of smaller features that are, and the freestyle section at least seems fairly slow. I don't think mine's going to be very slow. I was worried, but I'm looking at the hill and I'm like, I don't know, maybe we'll see. We'll see when we get building. I don't think it's going to be slow. I think people are going to be using the smaller roll-in more, but maybe I'm wrong.
I'm so, like I say, I've said it so many times now already that how excited I am for this variety and US tour that is that you guys have all undertaken in making happen, and you know, I hope that the hard work that you're all putting in to this reaps the rewards that you all richly deserve. We are going to be excited to see all of this happen. How will we best, being outside of the US, be able to be a part of this tour? You know, obviously you all have your own individual Instagrams and social feeds, but will you be collectively putting out anything, you know, results or footage, edits?
There will definitely be results.
Yeah,
we'll be putting out edits. Everybody putting out edits. We'll have a bunch of stuff. I'm hoping that we'll talk about it more, but I'm hoping we can get a full edit of the whole series together, if possible. And also, if you want to reach out and find out any information on the tour, that is going to be on wetheriders.org. That'll give you all the information for all the spots. And we might even have some updates on some things on there too as well that we can probably do. So there will definitely be a very good social media presence for all of this. So
note to self, wetheriders.org. I'll plaster that on the screen right now so that we can make sure that we all follow along with that.
So, hang on. So, can we rattle off in date order what discipline and where you are in one hit?
So, Colorado 4 will be time trials, free ride, and that is in Sedalia, California. Sedalia, Colorado. I almost said California.
Event number 2, Cedar Ledge, Canton, Pennsylvania, July 22nd, 23rd. Major disciplines, border cross and freestyle. There will be a little extra love to the fastest man down the course in qualifying. We'll call that the King of the Orchard time trial. And once again, that's July 22nd, 23rd. You just stop 2.
Stop 3 is in the area of Stamford, New York, in the Catskills. It's going to be the weekend of August 11th. We actually just changed that date to accommodate some travel for some other people in the group. So update your calendars if you had it. But August 11th, it's going to be small feature freestyle and some free ride. And with a little luck, we'll also have some big mountain downhill as well.
Nice. Stop 4.
Top 4 is going to be in beautiful Bozeman, Montana, September 23rd and 24th. Downhill, downhill, downhill. Even the free ride's downhill. So,
And then
the final stop is Mesa, Arizona, December 1st through 3rd, with the main discipline being freestyle.
Awesome. Well,
so we've got a lot of terrain and a lot of disciplines. 5 stops, 6 months. Is that what we're saying?
Yep.
nice. Yeah, I'm half tempted to say, with Slogs, with so many people there at the moment, to offer any questions out to the UK community that are out there.
Let's go.
Oh yeah,
Is that going to be too much
Absolutely.
fun?
Let's do it.
Might as well.
Would it be the dirt without the Q&A?
Well, exactly. At least I don't have to go through the hassle of asking on social media for this one. Anybody there with a question for the Colorado? Oh, didn't I sound posh?
Okay.
What's
radical.
your favorite beer?
How is it in Montana?
Neutral,
What's your
baby.
favorite beer?
What does the ass
The
My-
mountain time.
It's not how you thought it would go, Dan. And I'm
Dan,
not got
It's
involved.
absolute chaos here.
Chaos. Too much noise.
Dude, I need to get there and ride and get drunk with you guys.
Oh, that's a good question. Hang on. Kira's got a question.
What's your favorite trick?
Oh, what's your favourite trick there?
Want to
We
go in
got
order of
that.
the events?
Yeah,
I
go
would-
event order with Devon chucked on the end there.
Is that a favourite trick to do or favourite trick to watch? Oh, favourite trick to do.
Ty
My
Rockwell from
favorite-
Pennsylvania is the poke out of method all day.
I would say Jenna Morrison, Colorado 4. Mine would be Misty Flip to Fakie.
Yeah. Chris I wish it was trick to watch because those are so much better. Half cab flying squirrel, which I haven't done in a long time. I got to break that back out.
We're going to get the cliff drops unlocked this year.
Nice.
Front side 180. I've got a very limited bag.
And
So
Devon,
Aaron's technically our Grom. And
Yeah, 2.5 years and still going.
I haven't done it in a long time, but I was talking about it, and it's one of the craziest tricks to feel out is, and I did it first time in Kansas, is a backside 360, like just poked out, just poked out, fully kickback method. It's just one of those tricks where it's, you don't think it'll work the way it does, but it just, you hit it and you're just like, oh, okay.
nice. Well,
How about you guys?
we'll
Yeah, I
look,
hear you.
I was going to say we'll look forward to seeing each one of you pull your name trick at some point during the stops on the Colorado tour.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Now I have to do it?
My
What?
favourite to do trick at the moment is a board slide.
Oh, nice.
Dan?
My favourite trick probably at the moment, I am liking little tuck knee indies at the minute.
Nice.
Cheeky?
Tiki.
Yeah.
So you don't worry about it. It's no peer pressure from me or Slogs. You've just got to do it for the youth there. I've forgotten her name. It's Tyler's sister, isn't it? Kira. You've just got to do it for Kira, for the children. Don't disappoint the children.
We always used to say, who's down to ride for the children?
and you've got to do it in the next 24 hours so we can put it in the end credits.
Here, I can upload a picture in the next 24 hours. I don't know about a video.
I'll go to the skate park and get it to you right now.
Stop dreaming.
The last time
No.
I did that trick was over 12 years ago. Shit, man.
Amazing. Well, looking at the time there, we are coming up for around about an hour, and I think that's not too far away from the time period that we'd hoped to sort of hit. Now, but before we do, obviously, as I said earlier, I would love to sit down and do, each of you have the episodes that Jenna and Evan and Chris have had there, but unfortunately we just haven't got the time there. So my apologies if there is ever anything that we've skipped over. You guys there have got your own individual stories to tell, and I hope that at some point in the future, maybe after your events have been held, you might be able to join us back on here on an individual basis and maybe talk us through how it all went and where you're heading to in the next few months of your riding lives. But yeah, is there anything else I should probably say to my co-host Slogs, is there anything you wanted to say before passing the mic over to the crew there for their final?
I would just like to wish you all luck in your said events, and I hope you get the people there. I hope there's rad riding, and I hope it all goes well for you, and it's on an upward for the mountain boarding in general around the world.
I think
perfect.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you guys, is there? We should probably run through your sponsors again. There you've got Liquid Death and Red Bull. Who else? We had some beer sponsors there.
Yeah, various breweries for each event.
That's incredible. Dangerous. But incredible.
For after the event.
That's it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Ride responsibly.
IPAs get a thumbs up from me though.
But yeah, is there anything? We've ran through the dates and the locations a couple of times there, so hopefully it's starting to sink into people there.
Yep.
We know we've had a couple of little location changes as such, or sorry, one location change. They're now at the Rampart range. We've gone from the old school with the Rampart range and the Cedar Ledge through to new school places that haven't ever potentially been sessioned by the wider community. You've got some internationals coming over. I really hope that you get a few more coming there. It is unfortunately a tough year in that it's the first time that the world champs have happened for a good few years with COVID, and it's also the first time that we've actually got a Triple Crown championship on offer.
Yeah, all three belts up for grabs.
Yeah, and an overall on that.
I got to shout out you guys out there, man. Are you pushing the envelope, and it's really cool to see all the riding coming from over there is just high level, world class, like super cool. And I'll be honest, when we scheduled Cedar Ledge, I had no idea it was the week after the world champs. I would have pushed it back a week if I would have known, but it was already in stone by then. So we got Cody Stewart. He's going over to compete in the world champs and getting right on a plane and flying to Pennsylvania. Like, that's going to be a tough week, you know?
See if he can shove some of those UK riders in his suitcase.
I know Brindy had whispered of it a little while back, but also know he's been incredibly busy at work, and with holding together, helping hold together the UK communities and their our competitions here. But I do hope, that people will come out. I know we're planning on coming out in 2025. There's a bit away yet, but obviously such big trips do need planning and time to save and so on and so forth.
You guys are quite a ways away.
There are a few people coming over, as we said, from the US to Europe this summer. I've heard on the grapevine a Coney might be joining us over here.
Nice.
And
Flying Hawaiian.
That's it. And who else? There's a couple of announcements on the WSC World Downhill Instagram there with a few international riders coming. So the scene is whilst we said earlier, is small, but it is vibrant at the moment. And with effort from everybody, is the only way that it will grow. Yeah, let's just keep doing it.
That's why we called it We the Riders, because if you want it to happen, you got to do it.
Yeah, no, good deal for you.
If you're hearing this, or you can't make any of the events in the U.S. this year because there's nothing in your state, get in touch with us about next year, and like we want to add to this.
There's space in the calendar for sure.
If I do this again next year, I'm going to move it to Virginia instead of Arizona. Someone else can do an Arizona event next year. I want to stay on my own coast.
I wanted to. I've had this.
It's all good.
I had this thing that happened last weekend in my head a couple times in this call, Dan, when you're talking about like putting in hard work and the community and everything. Ty's been peer pressuring us, putting pictures of all the trail work he's been doing at Cedar Ledge in the group chat, kind of motivating us. So last Sunday he posted a picture, and I think everybody else also posted a picture. Everybody was digging.
Yeah.
Or everybody that had a location, and even people who weren't.
I did not grab a shovel.
Well, you should. But it's we're doing this because we love it. We're if there aren't spaces to ride, we're making them. If there are spaces to ride that could be better, we're improving them. This is something that originally started out, it wasn't even going to be official. It was just going to be a bunch of hangs, and because the group of people who are involved in it right now, and a couple more behind the scenes, and whoever shows up, it's just the community getting together to make sure that we have stuff to do here in the States. And if that means picking up a shovel, well, we all like doing that anyway. It's just more playing in the dirt. So it was a really cool moment to see that everybody's Sunday afternoon was, or so many of our Sunday afternoons were shovel in hand, trying to make stuff to ride.
And I would definitely just like to thank everybody that has been in the group and like helped create this thing that we have together now. It's definitely taken off more than I ever expected that it would. And I'd like to thank Chris for coming up with the idea for the tour.
That was my idea.
Yeah, it was your idea.
Go me. I don't remember that.
The idea for the tour, and we got the group together, and we've had some great help from some OGs, and we have great support just from a few other people as well. And yeah, it's just been a great time, and thank you so much for having us on. This has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, no,
yeah, really fantastic.
Yeah, and the last thing I'd like to say before I sign off is, if you're a mountain boarder listening to this and have never been to an event and you want to come to an event, please know it's super, super low key, and we're just trying to hang out and make relationships and have fun, Yeah,
hit any of us up. That's how this all started. We all just, outside of Ty, who reached out to us all this year, we all just met at Colorado. So just come hang.
Yeah, Jenna reached out to me like 2 years ago.
Community. It's an open community, and we welcome everyone.
Absolutely.
Well, everybody there, Jenna, thank you for helping organise this little meet and the Colorado call.
You've always got that. You've signed on.
I'm just going to mute him again there. There we go. Jenna, thank you for organising this. Thank you for helping organise this meeting of minds this evening. There, Chris, again, I'm going to go to the top of the screen there because you came in so lovely last time we spoke to you. It's always enjoyable to speak to you there. Ty, first time today meeting you there. It's incredible to bring stuff back to Cedar Ledge. There is amazing. Kurt and the lovely wife there, what's Kurt's wife's name?
Miss Teresa Kelly.
Miss Teresa Kelly, thank you so much on behalf of the worldwide community. Please let us all come back and play again in the future. Thomas, there, I've been digging your Dirt Heads t-shirt, brother, the entire time. To know that there's a no snow rider putting on a downhill event in the US is just freaking mind-blowing. Okay, and I really am looking forward to texting Pete Tatham in case he doesn't already know to let
I
him
haven't reached out to him yet, but that's because I'm bad at email. But yeah,
well, I'll send him I'll send him over a text and let him know, because he'll be absolutely stoked that there's that sort of event happening on there. Because I think that quite possibly might be the first. Well, not a downhill event, but a no snow styled.
yeah, European style,
Yeah.
Alp style.
Exactly.
Wish we had the Alps, but we'll have to deal with the paradise we live in.
and Aaron, thank you very much for gracing us with your pleasure there this evening. Thank you for working out of your zone there in Arizona and helping.
Absolutely.
And I've also got to say something about Aaron. Keep
What's
on
up?
keeping on. I'm really enjoying your clips over here. We see
thanks,
a lot,
man.
and your progression is showing. Like you are leaps and bounds. You're getting there, man.
Yeah, appreciate
Aaron's our
it. Appreciate it. Thanks.
That's it.
It took the first Colorado to show me like how far away I was.
But everyone was nice here, right? You showed up with your board. You've been on it a few times, and everyone was great, right?
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. I first showed up. A Coney Kama, took me down. I rode with him down Erie. I did not make it all the way down the track, so I just caught him as he was walking back up. Finally, Devin rode my Adam 90X down Erie and beat the fuck out of the board. It's never been the same since. But he made it. Yeah, it was just a fantastic experience.
That was a trip. I like to think Jenna. She basically hit me up one year and was just like, "I'm doing this thing, and then it spearheaded into this, and it just kind of gave us a reason to get together and grow as this." So it's like big thanks to Jenna for like kind of almost reviving the sport, because there was nothing, and now seriously. Like look, we came together and encouraged Thomas and then Chris, and we got Aaron out here as a sponsor and now putting on an event like. And then Ty, then it's starting to put on the U.S. Open. Like it really spearheaded. Like it's like they're having an event. Why can't I have an event? And now we actually have things for people to really focus and kind of give to. We don't have a Grom scene. We're going to try to do some learned rides out here in Colorado, but like this is what gets people into it. They see people riding. They see the footage from the event. They see maybe a little cash money and but again, it all comes back to Jenna just be like, I just want to come out to Colorado and ride with you, Devin, and ride with the homies. You guys have been riding out there all the time, and it just became this. And so it's just like, it's kind of amazing with one person just she put together, got some prizes and everything, and just had some stuff to hand out, and I got 2 sets of nice camo hubs out of the deal. So.
Nice. Well, look, we're gonna leave it there for this evening, if that's all right for you. One last big thank you, and good luck to you all with your individual stops. Please keep us all posted. We the world are watching. We the world are enjoying, and we love seeing all of you mountain board, and we love seeing all of your fellow Americans posting up and keeping us all stoked to the max on the socials. So keep it up all.
Thank you for your platform.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
WeTheRiders.org.
That's it. WeTheRiders.org.
I've got a few people that want to say their goodbyes as well. I'm going to walk past them all. This is the UK scene. So we got Bugs.
Hey everyone!
Let's go.
And good evening. Thanks very much, everyone. Really appreciate all your time.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Slugs.
It's been a bit.
Way aye, man. That was dead canny as out, that like. Cheers for tuning out to listen. Now, before you go yem, don't forget, if If you want to keep getting doing with the door-to-door fun, like and subscribe. Get amongst it. Shy Ben's getting out.